A perfectly fried piece of chicken that is very well seasoned should make you want to reach for another and another and another because it is juicy, flavorful, and absolutely good to the bone. That is what this chicken is going to make you do. You will love it, and so will anybody you will serve this to. This is going to make you so ambitious you will feel like you could open your own chicken restaurant. Yeah, you can, but come along with me here. Let's pick some few ingredients from my garden. I just brought you to show you what it's doing now. Most of my stuff in here are from last year. They just blooming this year, and so we have all these herbs. Tell me what you recognize, comment down below. So this is some sage. I'm just going to put sage in my chicken. You know, sage is like a perfect chicken seasoning. It is here with all of my other ingredients, and I'm going to list everything for you and also mention them as I use them. This buttermilk is homemade. I use 2 cups of milk and the juice of 2 lemons, which is about 4 tablespoons. I'm going to add my milk to my bowl. Buttermilk, to be precise. To that, I'll be adding my spices, the seasoning, which is some kosher salt, garlic powder, Nashville hot chicken seasoning, and black pepper. I'm also going to add some thyme. This is thyme in my hand. I'm just pulling the leaves of the sprig. This was in my freezer. I preserve it in the freezer, and so it looks a little bit like it's dry. It's supposed to be fresh, but it just got discolored from the freezer. I'm also going to add some sage. I'm just going to try to twist it like this, almost like rubbing it, and that is going to help it just pull out all the fragrance and flavor that it has into the buttermilk. I'm stirring everything together to make sure it's all very well combined, and then I'm going to add my chicken in here. This is a whole chicken organic. It is about 5 pounds, approximately 5 pounds. I have washed it up, cut everything, and washed it, I should say, patted dry, and it's here. This actually is air chilled chicken, so it was never frozen. It is the best chicken when you want to fry chicken. So if you can find that, definitely use this. And so I've put them here in my marinade. This is going to be the marinade, and I'm going to let this stay in the fridge for about 3 hours. That is all I could do. Typically, I would do it overnight if I was sending it anywhere, like for a potluck or an event. I would just make everything and just let it sit in the fridge overnight and fry it the next day. It comes out perfect. Tasty. It's been approximately 3 hours. I'm getting ready to fry my chicken, so I'm going to be mixing my flour with some paprika and just a little bit of salt, about half a teaspoon of salt in here. Remember, there's enough salt in the marinade already. I just want to put a little bit of salt here just so my chicken is very flavorful. Every part of it is very well seasoned. You don't want to taste it and it's not so, that well seasoned on the outside, but perfect on the inside. You want it to be perfect. Every part of this chicken has to be good. So I'm just stirring this around, making sure that all my ingredients are well combined, and then I'm bringing my chicken out of the fridge now, and it's time to fry. So at this point, I'm also heating my oil because we want to just get this very quick and snappy and get it over and done with. So I'm just bringing my chicken from the wet ingredient, which is the marinade, into my dredging ingredient, which is the flour, the pepper, and the salt. Just coat it very well. Then I place my coated pieces of chicken on a baking sheet that I have lined with parchment paper. The parchment paper is going to make sure that the coating does not stick on the sheet or whatever else that you placed your chicken on. So everything is going to be perfectly where it's supposed to be on your chicken and fry beautifully. So I'm going to repeat this until everything is coated, and then I'll meet you at the frying station. So this is actually 8 pieces of chicken. So the wings, the legs and thighs, and then the breastbone cut into 2. I was actually making some soup the same day, so I just added the backbone to that, and that is it.
Delicious, yeah, yeah. delicious, da-da, delicious, yeah, yeah. Delicious, da-da-da, delicious, delicious, da-da, delicious, yeah, yeah, yeah. Delicious.
So all my chicken pieces are very well breaded or coated. My oil is very hot, so I'm just going to go ahead and fry my chicken.
Smell the aroma, yeah. From Kwachiwa's kitchen, yeah. Dada, delicious, yeah, yeah. Delicious, dada, delicious, yeah, yeah.
So I see that if I make a little bit more room, if I move things around, I can add in my other thigh in here. So that's what I'm going to do, so I can fry the breast parts, which are larger pieces, separate. So there we go. So I'm frying my chicken 5 to 6 minutes on each side. It's been just a little over 5 minutes. I'm going to turn it so the other side gets to cook. Just look at how beautiful it is. So golden right now. It smells amazing. It smells so good here. So as we're frying, we're talking about how good this chicken is, all the memories whenever we sent it to church for potlucks, and my husband is like, KFC. I'm like, no, better than KFC. And listen to what his version of KFC is. Yeah, I guess you're right. KFC, French fried chicken.
KFC.
Our chicken has cooked for about 11.5 minutes. It is perfectly fried, very golden. It looks so good, smells so good. Yes, KKFC, because that's what he says it is now. Quanchue's Kitchen Fried Chicken. What a tongue twister. Make sure you don't bite your tongue trying to say that. And look at that. Just look at this. This is like finger licking chicken in the kitchen. So good. I hope you are able to try this. I know for sure you will love it. Whoever you serve it to, they're gonna be asking you for more and more and more and more and more. Okay? So I'm transferring my chicken from the oil onto a cooling rack over a baking sheet. That way it allows it to drain as much of the oil as possible.
Delicious. Delicious. Can you smell the aroma? Yeah. From Kwachiwa's kitchen. Yeah. Dada, delicious. Yeah, yeah. Delicious. Dada, delicious. Yeah, yeah. Delicious. Dada, delicious.
Since my pan couldn't accommodate all my chicken pieces anyway, I left the breast portions because they are bigger and thicker, so it's going to need a little bit much more time to cook anyway. So I actually let this cook for a total of almost 13 minutes. It is perfectly cooked, beautifully fried now, a little bit darker than the other parts that I fried earlier because the oil, of course, has picked up the colors of all the ingredients that the chicken is coated with, so it is darkened up a little bit. It is a little much better when you use your fryer. I normally would fry with my electric fryer if I'm making a lot of chicken. That helps with the oil and the temperature and everything. So chicken is done, beautiful, and time to eat. We just had this with some fries, and how perfect. Just look at this. Of course, a little bit of greens just to make it pop. After all, what am I doing with all that rosemary if I don't use it to garnish? And there we have it. This is so good. I really hope you are able to try this recipe. It is a keeper. And normally when I make this for like events, especially for potlucks, when we get there and about to eat, we just warm it in the oven. It's better in the oven. It crisps up even some more, not in the microwave. Okay, family, the moment we've been waiting for. Let's see how this chicken turned out to be on the inside. We've seen the outside. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. But look at how beautiful it is on the inside as well. It is so juicy. It is bursting with flavors. The color, do you see how white that meat is? Just look. how juicy this is. And so flavorful. You really need to try this. This is so good. Just look. Gotta try this. You really have to try this. Thanks for watching. Please like and share this video. And until I come your way next time with something delicious, be loving, be kind, be happy.